Just asking and, trying to find a purpose, trying to find something to do other than stay home and, mourn and cry. So asking around, and when I started with Fort Hamilton, that kind of opened the door to other organizations, with my community board. I volunteered for my community board for several years. They're the ones that produced the Puerto Rican parade here in the Bronx. Help, volunteer for them for several years, and through them, then another organization, which was Davidson Community Center, where every year, 3 weekends in a year, like in July and August, they do this ceremony, not a ceremony, but kind of a ceremony, and an event, and bring awareness to the community, and to help them out there. So, every time you go to a different organization or someone, you volunteer for, they tell you, hey, we have this program, maybe, you'd be interested in. So I jump into it, yeah.
So all your support and all your volunteers are basically more of civilian ones?
Yeah, mostly civilian, but half of it's civilian, half of it's military. Because, United War Veterans Council, they're veterans. Hope for the Warriors, veterans and military. Fort Hamilton, of course, military. And Gold Star, military. So, and then, you have your civilian volunteer work. I'm also I'm vice president of Rolling Thunder Chapter 1 out of Brooklyn. And we help out our veterans. Our mission is to always bring awareness to the POWs and MIAs. And I'm also a member of the Patriot Guard Riders. They're an organization as well that stand the flag line for a fallen hero, either a soldier that was killed in Iraq or Afghanistan, or a veteran. And soon, I think I may open up a chapter of my own, which is called Tribute to the Troops. And what they do is they honor a family member who lost someone, either at KIA, suicide, or an accident. So I'm hoping to open up a chapter here in New York.
And what does that mean? To open it here, what it will serve?
It means a lot, because when I go to Chicago, I do the events out there in Chicago, and we visit families and stuff. And I always I would love to do something like that here, because I know a lot of families here in New York. In all the 5 boroughs and Long Island. And I think that'll keep me busy for a while. Opening up a chapter, and then visiting these families and letting them know they're not alone and they're not forgotten and they're lost.
So is there any government or military support that visit the family regularly, making sure that you're okay?
No, that was in the beginning, like I mentioned. You have your casualty officer that comes. They usually come every day, and then it's like twice a week, and then once a week, and then once a month, and after that kind of dwindles down, and then they stop.
Like after a few months?
Yeah, after a few months, and then they stop visiting,
And then you've been in touch with them before?
No. You don't keep in touch with them. And then we have our SOS program, which is Survivor Outreach Services. Every military installation has one. And there are people that, like Raul Lopez, that and they're members that they help. These are workers that help families with whatever they need, either grief counseling or some type of, when their child dies, for funeral expenses. So they help out a lot with the Gold Star family, the Survivor Outreach Services Program Coordinator.
And that's something that you can get in touch with?
Yes. Mm-hmm. They have one all across the country, so yeah.
And since Isaac was killed, and now it's been 10 years.
10 years, yeah.
And are you in touch with his friends from his units, or is everyone, I don't know, maybe released already? Or
yeah, a lot of them are out of the military. There's a few that's still in. I used to keep in contact with them. I have a couple of them on my Facebook page. Every once in a blue moon, I'll shoot out a little message and let them know I'm thinking about them, or they'll do the same with me. When it's anniversary time, I hear from them. They do reach out and they let me know that, it's Isaac and Ben's anniversary and they will reach out and say, "Hey, we're thinking about you" and stuff. Yeah.
Is anyone came to visit you, or you got to see them face to face, or it's also
Only one, which was when it was Isaac's 1 year anniversary, and it was his name is Andy Brooks. They call him Doc. That was their medic for their 1 year anniversary. He came down, and that was the first time I got to meet him face to face. And then when the guys, all of them came back from deployment, I was able to meet them out in Fort Drum and meet each and every single one of them. But after that, I never got to see them again. The sad part is that a lot of his platoon buddies has gone through that survivor guilt, and I think about 5, if I'm correct, have committed suicide from his platoon. Yeah.
And do you have any needs to be in contact with them or to hear more stories about Isaac from them, or?
No, I mean, in the beginning they told me their stories and stuff like that, but just some of them just they don't want to talk, because losing Isaac and Ben, it affected them a lot. So I know there were 2 of them that reached out to me who were being deployed and wanted to tell me the story of what happened that day, just in case something happened to them. They wanted to, I guess, release that anxiety, that hurt that was within, and tell me what happened that day. I mean, but they came back, so thank God. Yeah.
And can you tell me how basically your life changed since then? Because you're saying that you're doing a lot of volunteering work, but what was your life before and now?
My life before, I was babysitting, going to the beaches a lot, spending time with friends, and things like that. And it wasn't until after I lost Isaac, it's like my life changed. It's like the life I knew then no longer existed. So I was walking down a new path, and I had to make that new path and do something about it. And it's like Memorial Day. I didn't know what Memorial Day, to me, was the beaches, barbecue. It never dawned on me what it really meant until after I lost Isaac. And I still do what I do in my past, but I do more now with my volunteer work and also helping others. I love to help people in need, veteran, a family member, and that gives me a lot of satisfaction. Helping someone else and letting them know that they're not alone. But yeah, my life did change.
What do you think would have, changed you on Memorial Day, or how we can change people's perspective on Memorial Day?
Well, like I said, for me it was just barbecues and hanging out with family members and being at the beach. And people have to look at it, because Isaac was a Memorial Day baby. He was born Memorial Day, so, I celebrate his birthday and also Memorial Day, as military style. But people need to understand there's 2 things, okay? 2 events, which is Memorial Day and Veterans Day. Memorial Day is to honor those that sacrificed their lives to protect our way of life, to protect our freedom, to enjoy our life. And then Veterans Day are those to honor those that served our country and protected us, So I try my best to educate people and let them know what Memorial Day is all about, how important it is. It's okay to have your barbecues and stuff, but think about the sacrifices made in order for you to enjoy that day or every day,
So do you think something can be done maybe, in the bigger picture, like, I don't know, education for schools or...
A lot of schools, they do programs. There's a school I go to in Brooklyn, and I'm a guest speaker there, and I speak to the children, and a lot of them know what Memorial Day is. They send me a stack of cards, letters, to